Of course they went down this road, because why would you just take full advantage of all of the positivity that House of the Dragon has had from the online film discussion, TV discussion, reviews, ratings, even people here on YouTube, generally speaking, have been very positive. Everything seems to be going in the right direction for House of the Dragon, so now it's time to bring Orange Man Bad into the equation. Of course they did this. Now, full disclosure, I haven't seen anything but the first 2 episodes of House of the Dragon. I didn't find it to be overly entertaining at all, and I just checked out, didn't really care to watch it anymore, but many of my fellow content creators have very much been enjoying this show, and everything backs that up in terms of the ratings, in terms of the discussion, in terms of everything we're seeing, generally positive across the board for House of the Dragon. So now we're bringing Orange Man Bad into it. So this character, Allison, would be a Trump supporter, says the showrunners. A Trump supporter. Why in the hell is this even being discussed? Why? I have absolutely no understanding of why these weirdos have to do this. When I watched the season 1 of The Boys, I liked it a lot. I thought it was really good. Then I started to hear all of the complaints about how it was season 2 had problems, whatever. And after season 3, I kept seeing discussions about it, and I was genuinely interested in the show because of Homelander, because I think Homelander is a fascinating character. So I went ahead and I binged seasons 2 and 3. Now, don't get me wrong, I totally see the messaging in the show, and it definitely leans heavily on one side, but there are pot shots that are taken on the other side as well. And while I don't think it's a perfect balance, it's enough to where it doesn't completely turn me off. And Homelander is just such a great character that it makes me interested. I knew nothing about the showrunner's comments at the time. So I watched these 2 seasons, very much enjoyed them. So I liked seasons 1, 2, and 3. Now, I know that's not a very popular opinion, and that's fine. I'm not always going to have the most popular opinions, but I like the show. So then I called up Ryan Kennel, and I'm like, what is the problem with this show? Like, I see the points they're making. I see that they are clearly targeting Trump supporters in this instance, but I see that they're taking shots from here, there. And he told me what the showrunner said, like point blank said. And I'm like, what is wrong with these people? So that probably would have affected my viewing of the show at the current time as I was watching it if I had known of those comments, or maybe I just heard those comments and didn't remember it at the time because I had checked out on that show. The point being is that no one cares about your personal politics, showrunners. Nobody. You're not that important, and nobody gives a single fuck about your politics. And I feel like these people cannot help themselves as to push their bullshit into something even when it's getting beloved. It's beloved by all the fans out there. The same fans that you guys are constantly trashing. You just gotta send some bullshit out there so that you can then play the victim. But let's talk about this a little more. It says Alicent Hightower is a childhood friend to the Targaryens, and she is a woman for Trump, according to the showrunners. Now, they talk a little bit about her backstory and her father and how she was treated, and then she says she's totally isolated, acting like a dutiful wife to a man 3 decades older than her and insecure. She doesn't excuse her behavior towards Rhaenyra, but it does provide an explanation which is important to bear in mind in the context of the story. She's like a woman for Trump, actress Olivia Cook said of the direction that showrunners told her or gave her in an interview with Entertainment Weekly. I just didn't want to give the Trumps any more mental real estate than they already had. You guys give them the real estate. You guys cannot stop talking about them. You're fucking talking about the Trumps right here in an interview in a show that takes place in the Game of Thrones universe. You're bringing Donald Trump into this. You are. And you want to say, hey, I'm going to bring Donald Trump into this, but I don't want to give Donald Trump any more real estate. Holy shit, man. Like, these people are demented. They are demented. So I tried to find a different route into her, but I could see what they were saying with this complete indoctrination and denial of her autonomy and rights. I just couldn't be asked to go down that road. Oh, just couldn't be asked to go down that road. It's so tough. Alicent has been completely bred to breed and to breed powerful men. That's her only function in this life, added Cook. She can only see herself that she's going to sway and nurture and persuade in a very womanly, feminine way. But that's all fucking bullshit. Unless you're fighting the men, you'll never be heard. It's a learning to live without this straitjacket of oppression. How do I move inch by inch every single day to loosen the straps? Oh my goodness. And I guess that's it. That is just amazing. That is truly amazing to witness these people continue to melt down over Donald J. Trump, the 45th president of the United States. He's not even in office anymore, but you can't stop talking about him. But then while you're talking about him, you say you don't want to keep talking about him and give him any more real estate in your head. Holy shit. Now, does this change anything about House of the Dragon? Well, it doesn't for me because I wasn't interested in the show anyway. But will it change for other people? I'm sure this will have some small effect on people, but ultimately I think the people that are watching the show and enjoying the show will continue to judge the show for what it is, and I would recommend that. But people like this just continue to ruin any entertainment properties that are out there. They cannot stay out of their own way. They cannot stop with their personal politics. The showrunners can't stop with their personal politics, and this is the world we live in. Orange Man Bad lives in their heads. There is a serious problem in this country, and that serious problem is TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome, and people in Hollywood widely have this problem, and there's no cure for it whatsoever. Once you have TDS, you're pretty much gone. You cannot cure from TDS, and actresses like this and showrunners like this have TDS. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.